So for my third video, I want to talk about the app called Remind. Now, I used to use this, a few years back, and they've made some changes to it. So in the past, it was a way to communicate with parents or students just directly through their texting on their phone. Well, now they've created an app for it. And I like this way of communicating with parents or students rather than email or classroom sometimes, because sometimes I feel like I'm pulling teeth to get students to check their emails on a regular basis. It's kind of just a cool app, and it goes directly to their phone. So obviously the purpose is for communication, and it's for parents, students, and teachers. So what you want to do first is obviously sign up and create an account. And I'm just gonna go ahead and log in here in a second, but what you want your students, or what you want to have your students do, is download the app on any device that they own. So they need to do that first, and then they'll actually create an account by providing their phone number, and it'll step them through it. But then the student will receive a 4-digit code through their text. And with that code, they'll use that and provide a school email to get that account activated. Once they have done that, then you will actually provide your students with the class code from the class that you created on Remind. So let me go ahead and log in and show you kind of how that works. So I already have a class created here. I labeled it IMP1 first block. And if I go to my message tab up here, it's kind of your main screen. The class code is located here right at the top. You can also access it through your settings over here on this button. And the class code pops up here as well. And your students will use that to create their account, again, on their device. That's the quickest way for them to be added to your class. There are other ways to join them to your class, but it's a lot more time consuming. So if I go over here to add people, here are your different options to add them. However, I don't want to go through and have to type in every single number, so I prefer the other way. So let's talk about how to use this a little bit. I'm going to kind of first show you, I guess, how to create a class. So if I go over here and click on create a class, I'm going to go ahead and label it IMP1 third block. And notice that it has a different class code than my IMP1 first block. So again, the class code shows up here. And you have the option here of messaging the entire class all at once. And again, this goes directly to the app on their phone, and it pops up with a notification. You can also search for certain people in any of your classes, or any people who are on Remind. So you can search for people individually here. I'm going to type in a person that I added for my IMP1 class, and here he is for first block. So you can search for anyone through that. What you can also do, so I'm going to go to the class that I actually created a student in there. Well, actually, I named it as another teacher. So here's this person here. Notice under people, he's located here, and I can organize my people in a lot of different ways. So I can, by clicking on this, I can order them by first name, last name, and so on. What I can also do is if I click on this little button, it will take me directly to the conversation or between him and I. Or if he's messaged me anything, I can click directly on that and it'll take me to it. Notice he wants to know, when was our homework due again? So I could message just him directly instead of the whole class. Right here it says message Mr. McCarthy, and I could say it is due I don't know, January 4th. Send. Oh, turn on your desktop notifications. Again, it might be a good idea if you're going to access it on your desktop, but you can also use the app on your phone. So I'll just say, go ahead and say turn on. Okay, so notice that my reply, is sent here and only he can see it. So, that's pretty much how it works. It's an awesome way, again, to communicate. I guess, well, actually, one more thing I'll talk about is if I go back to messages and I want to message everybody in the whole class, I have some really cool options here besides just typing a message. I can upload photos or videos. I can upload a file. So that's another cool feature about this. Here I can also add other classes. Let's say I want to do other classes included, so I can do that as well. But I hope you enjoyed this and maybe think about using this as a way to communicate with your students or your parents. So thanks for listening. Oh, sorry, before I end here, I guess I got to talk about my ISTE standards. Well, what you could do with this app is also teach students positive, safe, and ethical behavior when using technology for social interactions. And just ISTE student.2.b. And it's a great opportunity for you to promote and model digital etiquette and responsible social interactions related to the use of technology, which is ISTE teacher.4.c. So, thank you.